So, hello Cyberland. My name's Marlin. The channel's Old Fart Hacks, and what we're looking at right now is I finally put this back together. In this video, I go through what I did as reassembling the little things I found as I assembled it, and then I'll give you my conclusions on what needs to be done with one of these just to get it basically to where you can then start to evaluate if the thing's actually right. So from here, we're going to go ahead and roll the video. Hang on, be right back. So now we have the two screws adapted and ready to go in. The next step will be to put them in the table thingy over here, off to the right. And we'll go from there. So back in a moment. In assembling this, I came to find that the diameter right here, I hadn't turned quite down far enough. There's an interference between that and the channel. I could cut away the channel. I'm just going to turn this down. And yeah, the background music's Patty Gertie, lovely lady. If she wants me to take this off, I will, of course. But anyway, I love her music. I recommend her highly. Go listen to her on YouTube or other places. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have to reduce this diameter slightly. Okay, a little fitting up, a little turning here. I actually found that I was also bearing slightly on this surface, so I just filed away the back side of an angle down there. And now the screw turns neatly in there. And yeah, that's still Patty Gertie on the... I'm listening to her on YouTube. She plays hurdy-gurdy, that's why the name. Fun music. But anyway, yeah, so it's all just a matter of reducing this a little bit and clearing away for this, and yeah, the old sit up stuff. Anyway, onward, downward, and we'll be back in a few. So my friends, here's where we're at. The table's now back together. The new bearings are in place. They're smooth. I've still got something going on here. I think it's some dents in the screw I put in when I was turning things. A little clunchy. It's clumsing me on the drill or on the jaws on the chuck, because it's specific spots, and I think it's just some high spots on that screw. I may have to lightly turn that screw. But everything's now smooth, everything's now tight, and it moves easily and smoothly. Because even though this has a little bit of a bind in it, it's not a bind this way or this way or this way. It's just a tight spot. And that's the screw in the nut. Also, I'm not completely sure that the nut down there is stable. It's capable of floating in this body. And so I think it sometimes drifts down ever so slightly, which I may address. But I am overall very much happier with this since I gave up on those stupid ball bearings and went to these nice little roller bearings. These make all the difference in the world. Smooth. Easy. And that's tight. The way the gibs here are tight. So I'm quite pleased. The next thing I'm going to have to do with this setup, I may or may not take the problem out of there because it's not that bad of a problem. I may just live with it for a little while. But the next thing will be to probably figure out how to mount up, a couple of 1, 2, 3 blocks on this, and then find a way of setting this up on probably my stupid cheap drill press over there, which nothing's accurate on that thing, but then I can run and square up on this. See, it comes down to the next step is to determine if these two axes are perpendicular. That'll be my next goal, and that's going to be quite the little bit of video to work up. But if you have one of these, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you take it away from those ball bearings and take it to the roller bearings. They're not expensive on Amazon. The cheap ones will do because, let's face it, this table, in the life of this table, it may move a mile. By the way, also, just as a note, some people have complained that you can't set this table up this way from the factory setting because of where the nut is. It's located on this side of the base. It works just fine to set it up this way. Yeah, you can also flip it around so you can work from the left-hand side, but who's going to do that? You can work it and set it up quite easily for this. Anyway, though, happy. I'm pleased with the results. So, in conclusion, this is actually, in a sense, this is the end of the initial teardown and evaluation of this table, at least for the action part. Now we're getting down to, is it square? And with that said, here's what you'll have to do. You'll have to clean up your ways. You'll have to grind your ways in. You're going to have to rework probably the bearing packs. You'll want to take the tape off these wheels because all that's doing is causing rust under there. I used a small magnet so I can set these, and yet it moves with the wheel. I may put another magnet in there just to double that up, add a little more friction to that. That's something to debate, but anyway, so we've got to ways, bearings, clean up, deburr, and then you can start looking at, did they actually machine yours right? Is this perpendicular to that? And that's all in this piece right here. I mean, the ways are straight there, more or less. The ways are straight up here, but is that X? Let's see, that would be the Y, actually. This would be the X, Y. Did they cut them square? That's all I've got for you right now. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a like. I'd also love a subscribe, and may everything go well with you. Bye.